The ending of Cyberpunk 2077 that fits into the canon of the series isn't even in the game yet. Now before you click off or begin typing away that an ending not in the game couldn't be canon, I have plenty of reason to believe that this ending will be added with the addition of the Phantom Liberty DLC in 2023. As of right now, there are 6 endings, which include the secret ending within 2077. Listing out the endings, we have Don't Fear the Reaper, The Sun, Temperance, The Star, The Devil, and The Path of Least Resistance. Despite these endings having the option of storming Arasaka Tower as a solo, with Panem and the Audicados, with Rogue, or even with Hanako's own sector of Arasaka, there is one option that we do not currently have that should seem blatantly obvious within the story, in an alliance with Phantom Liberty. This dialogue option prior to the raid on Arasaka Tower would be to attack with the inclusion and support of Militech and Nusa forces, just as Militech once did in 2023 before the end of the Fourth Corporate War. The Fourth Corporate War was coming to a close within the 2020s, with Arasaka's local assets under control of the Japanese government. The United States moved to end the global conflict. President Elizabeth Kress, the ex-Militech president, reactivated the commission of Militech CEO Donald Lundy to work with the government. Under Lundy's command, Militech forces ceased all active offensive operations, a decision Lundy was not happy with. With Arasaka assets in Japanese territory also nationalized, the global war was effectively over. However, there were still Arasaka facilities and operatives in the Western Hemisphere. President Kress wanted to completely remove Arasaka from North America for her own personal gains, as well as for the benefit of Militech. On August 20th, 2023, a small nuclear device was detonated by a strike team somewhere in Arasaka Tower, killing 12,000 employees of the corporation. The explosion destroyed the building. Debris from the Arasaka Tower crashed into nearby structures, setting off a series of chain reactions, gas line explosions, transformer explosions, and intense fires. By the end, the corporate center of Night City was a radioactive hot zone. In 2023, the last known pocket of Arasaka resistance was cleaned out of the US and the hot war was over. The US, under President Kress, engaged in a massive PR campaign to place the blame for the Night City Holocaust on Arasaka. The official story held that Arasaka had kept a fail-safe nuclear device in the tower and had detonated it when it was clear they couldn't win against superior Militech forces. She then promised to restore the country under the name of the new United States of America. By 2025, Militech and the national armies of the US finally quelled all the pockets of fighting across the country, and the Fourth Corporate War was declared as officially over. The war may have ended, but there is certainly no goodwill, and the tension between Arasaka, Militech, and Nusa remained, furthering Militech and Nusa's anger and rivalry with the Japanese company of Arasaka. Night City remained a city-state, while aligning with Arasaka in the early 2040s after Trey Santiago published The Big Lie that exposed the deception by President Kress to blame Arasaka for the 2023 Night City Holocaust, which backfired against Militech and Nusa, meaning by the year of 2077, tensions between Arasaka and the Militech/Nusa alliance are at an all-time high. Clearly, Militech and Nusa want to get rid of Arasaka and their power over Night City, as within Phantom Liberty, though they aren't directly attacking Arasaka, they slowly begin their power creep into Night City. Within Phantom Liberty, we will find ourselves collaborating with both Militech and Nusa in an operation with the Pacifica Combat Zone. The most likely introduction V will have to this operation will be the promise of having his Ingram dilemma cured by the resources Militech and Nusa have in their possession, claiming that if V helps to aid them within their goals, they will be able to cure his progressively invasive biochip. Not only does this introduction familiarize us further with Militech and Nusa's goals, alliances, and plans, we can already be within good graces with Militech, depending on your previous choice to align with Meredith Stout or send her to the bottom of Watson Waterfront. While this is speculation, the outcome of the DLC could very well lead V into a trusting alliance with Militech and Nusa. Though we know as well within the Phantom Liberty trailer, it seems that he has already pledged his allegiance to Nusa, meaning that he would remain aligned unless a drastic event happens to allow him to do otherwise. After the DLC leaves us with this alliance, it will as well leave us with the option of either V using his alliance to benefit his raid on Arasaka, or Militech themselves, aiming to attack Arasaka and drive them out of Night City, using V's help and promising him that they would be able to cure the chip after the raid and hijacking of Arasaka's database. This would be similar to the Arasaka ending, in which Hanako promises V a cure to his biochip if he helps in their raid on Arasaka, though V is left in an empty loop day after day, eventually being forced into having himself soul-killered and stored as an engram within Mikoshi to suffer the same fate as Silverhand. Originally in 2023, the Arasaka raid consisted of 3 teams, primarily led by Silverhand and Morgan Blackhand. This time around though, the raid itself would consist of V with Silverhand's guidance as an engram, Militech forces, as well as the possible inclusion of Solomon Reed or other Militech agents of the same caliber. This raid would contain the same goal as the previous: destroy or steal Arasaka's database. Though, the goal of stealing Arasaka's data would be much easier this time, the inclusion of Alt Cunningham's AI, V, and the engram of Johnny Silverhand, leaving Militech and Nusa to succeed in the power struggle against Arasaka and be left capable of curing V. This storyline between Phantom Liberty and the Arasaka raid could as well lead us into a 5th corporate war, guiding us into Cyberpunk Orion and leaving us with a major conflict to partake in and attempt to resolve. Overall, the possibility of this ending fits perfectly into the idea that the dark future tends to repeat its mistakes despite the outcomes being obvious. The greed of corporations will continue to drag the rest of the world down in order to raise their own power and success. Silverhand himself was one of the bystanders, dragged into war, abused by governments and corporations, and dragged into a battle of rebellion for the rest of time, even cheating death to do so. Let me know what you all think about this possibility. Is it likely to occur after the inclusion of Phantom Liberty in 2023? And do you think there's a possibility of additional Morgan Blackhand information, or even a reveal? I look forward to talking to you down in the comments, and have a great day. Thanks for watching through the entire video. If you enjoyed the video and are wanting to keep up to date on Cyberpunk 2077 lore, discoveries, and series updates, you can subscribe to my channel on screen. If you've been watching and want to take an extra step to support the content I've been releasing, I recently opened up channel memberships for as little as $1 a month. There's some cool perks such as icons, polls, comment priority, and emoticons, but overall, my channel and I will remain as it has been. I look forward to creating content and hope to have your continued support. Have a great day, Chooms.